I feel very fortunate to have been born and grown up when I did, especially as an African American, to be born after World War II, to hit high school and college age in the 1960s. You know, I decided to be a journalist when I was 16 years old. I can almost remember the day. I got to give props to my high school newspaper advisor, Mrs. Mary Kendall, a wonderful teacher who was the first one to see what she saw as some journalism talent in me. But I remember she was the first one who mentioned it, and I was writing for the student paper. And I was thinking about her saying that when I was watching the Beatles on the Ed Sullivan Show, and in my junior year. It was a time when that previous summer, Dr. King had marched on Washington. Right after that, a month or so later, the 4 little girls were killed in the church in Birmingham while putting on their choir robes. Then about a month or 2 later, John F. Kennedy was assassinated. And then right after that, you had the Beatles hit the Ed Sullivan Show. And the 60s were launching. We didn't know it at the time, but everybody knew things were going to be different now. The world was changing. History was happening right in front of us. And it was all coming to me through the media. I was turning on TV and watching all this happen. I was picking up newspapers. The day after the Beatles appeared, every copy of Life and Look magazine and Time magazine disappeared from the shelves in Middletown, Ohio, where they were all bought up just like that. I had not seen anything exhibit that much excitement before. My parents told me about different events like Joe Louis beating Max Schmeling and people pouring into the streets after hearing it on the radio and all. But every so often something happens, you know history is happening here. And I wanted to be a part of it, and I saw that, hey, one way I can get out of Middletown, Ohio and be a part of that bigger world is as a journalist. And that was what really got me excited. And I think you know, as things went on, then, you know, I was at college in the late 60s, and then as a journalist, I went on to be an eyewitness to history, which was just what I wanted to do. Most outstanding were like the election campaign of Harold Washington in Chicago. I was a TV reporter at that time, and I covered that from before it started, when it was a protest movement against Mayor Jane Byrne, and I covered it all the way through. And I interviewed Jerry Garcia at Memorial Auditorium at Ohio University in '67 when the Grateful Dead did a surprise concert there, and I've dined out on that immensely with younger people ever since. And of course the Barack Obama campaign, to me that was the capstone of my career, as far as I'm concerned. You know, as far as being an eyewitness to history, getting a chance to get out there. I did a book in the mid '90s, excuse me, called "Showing My Color: Impolite Essays on Race and Identity," which I just tried to put together some of my answers to the confusion about race and other group relations that was going on at the time. I'm constantly having people compliment me for being a voice of reason. I dare say I appreciate the compliment, but I'm not so sure in this town, Washington, D.C., if that is a compliment anymore, because careers are advanced by being voices of unreason, by being as polarizing as you can, and by being, putting your views out front.